Welcome back. So, how are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing good. Today's my birthday. Um, it's been okay. It's been a good birthday. What did I do? You ask for my birthday? Well, I worked, but on the weekend I went back to New Jersey, where I grew up. And I went to see my family, pretty much. I was only there for a couple days, so I just saw my family and hung out with my parents, and we watched a movie. I saw my grandma, my grandpa, and that was good. I felt good about that. I feel, this may be weird to say, but I don't know. I feel weird about every time I see my grandma. She's 99 years old. Whenever I say goodbye to her, she starts crying because I think she thinks it's like the last time. She never used to do that before. I think she thinks I'm like 100 and this might be the last time I see you. And I'm like, no, Nana, I'll be back soon. But it is sad. And she might be right, but the doctor, she's been going to the doctor, and the doctor's like, yeah, she's fine. She could live like my dad said she has liver cirrhosis, but it's like not that bad. So the doctor's like, well, she could live another 5 years, 10 years with this thing, at least another 5 years. It's not too bad, and that's it, really. Her heart's fine, her stomach's fine. She broke her hip, but she could still walk. So I was glad to see her, and she was happy to see me because I'm the only one of my dad's kids who are around here, because my two brothers are in California. So and I feel kind of good about seeing her because Justin and Joel aren't here. I'm better than them. This level's hard. Sorry. So it does feel good to be yeah, where are they? Because she'll ask me where are your brothers? And I'm like, I don't know. But guess who's here? I guess someone loves you more than some other people. So that's good. So what's going on with you? And then you talk, and then okay, then you ask something about me. Okay. Well, I just moved here in September, and I've been doing a decent job at finding things to do. I never was really somebody who did a lot of stuff or even made friends super easily, but I've been able to make some friends here, and I've been doing some stuff. I went ice skating last month with somebody that I met online, and it was good, and I might do it again. Who knows? I liked... Oh, then you ask me, oh, really? What do you like about ice skating? Or something like that. And then I say... Am I recording? Okay. Yeah, it was the first time I ever went, and I did like it. I mean, I was terrible at it, obviously. But it wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. And it wasn't as scary. I didn't fall because they did this cool thing, which I didn't know, that some people... It was a really nice place. It was in Lewistown, and up north. And it was a really cool place where the youths could hang out and not do drugs and just skate. I was this is a good community thing. And it was free, and it was like open all day on Saturday. So I was like, this is pretty cool. And so did I mention the walker things? They gave you walkers, so like you didn't fall, and that really helped like with my confidence. Like I could push myself to try a little bit harder, and not be worried about like hurting myself or looking like an idiot. I mean, I look like an idiot anyway, but not looking like super horrible, like falling every 2 seconds. So that really made me enjoy it. Do you like ice skating? Have you ever ice skated? That's interesting. And then you asked me a question like, or maybe you don't. Okay, so it's silent now, totally silent. What would be my next go-to thing? Quick. So I read a lot of audiobooks. Do you like reading books? I've been getting into like buying. It's kind of weird. I don't know. I've been reading audiobooks, and then I've been buying the books to put on a bookshelf as like trophies. I like doing that. That's like my new thing that I like to do. So I just started reading War and Peace, and I'm like 10 hours in, and it's like 60 hours long. I really like it. The only thing is, it's a little hard to listen to because the reader is like super British, and what I usually do is I turn the speed on to like ×2 speed. Like when Maggie Gyllenhaal was reading Anna Karenina, I was like, crank that up to ×3, ×2, because she's like super slow, and I can understand her. She's a good reader. Oh, I beat it. Okay, so for the rest of today, I'm just gonna, like, do random crap. Oh, wait. Oh, no, there's another thing. Okay, never mind. But, like, this British guy is, like, really hard to understand, so I have to keep it actually at ×1 speed. So it's gonna take me 60 hours to read it, when usually I could finish it in, like, 30 hours. But I like with my job, I can actually read. There are some days where I can't, where I have to like super focus. But other days I can read, like listen like almost the whole day. Which is today I read it for like 3 hours or something. I was able to listen for like 3 or 4 hours while I was doing just like data entry stuff. So part of my job is data entry, and part of my job is research. I have to do both parts of it. So I research imbalances and then I fix them. So usually what I do is I do all the research first, and then the rest of the day I do fixing. Because researching, well, I guess they're both kind of equal, but sometimes researching can be like the more brainy part of like, I gotta think, why is this like this? So, but I don't know how else to describe this guy except like super foppish. Like I want to show. Is it okay if I show you this guy's accent? Like he's fine, but I don't want to be mean, but he's very dandy or something. He's like posh British. Like, I don't know, he's talking like a 19th century parliament member. Okay. So listen to this guy. Let's see. Let's rewind so I don't.
Before he reached the Rostov could see above the suite that encircled the emperors. Among the gentlemen of the suite, Rostov noticed Bolkonsky sitting his horse in a slack and...
Bolkonsky. So this is 1.1 speed, but like if you play it at... It's just gibberish. at 2 times speed.
To impose. Rostov remembered his quarrel with him on the previous day, and he's doubt whether he ought or ought not to challenge him. Of course, I ought not. Rostov reflected now. And is it worth thinking and speaking of it at such a moment as the present? At the moment of such a feeling of love, enthusiasm.
I can't understand that at all. But that's what I like to do, and yeah, I really like my job right now. I kind of, the past couple of years I was in kind of a terrible situation, and I'm glad I was able to get out of it and find something that I feel like I'm actually good at, and like that I like doing, and where I don't dread like every morning getting up and being like, oh, another day at the old grindstone or whatever. I don't feel that way anymore. At night, like, it's not what I used to have. There's this thing I remember, it's called like sleep procrastination or something, that I definitely used to have when I was in school, and I had when I was at this other job. Or like sleep, like insomnia, procrastination induced insomnia or something, where like you really wouldn't want to go to sleep because when you go to sleep, you got to go to work tomorrow. So like you would do whatever you could to just like put off, well, I don't want to, it's 10 o'clock, but like I don't want to go to bed. So what I used to do when I was younger is I would just like keep the TV on. So I would, I guess I never really thought about it this way, but like what I was doing was I was distracting my brain into, or I was tricking my brain into thinking like, oh, you're still awake and like you're still watching TV. It's not tomorrow yet. And then I would fall asleep with the TV on. Eventually. So like that was a kind of middle ground for me to be like, well, it's still, well, if the TV's on, that means it's not tomorrow yet. But I could never fall asleep without the TV on, because I would be like, you're admitting defeat. It's over. The day's over, and it's tomorrow. And now you got to think about school and going to school. I don't know. That might be a little bit too personal. But so, did you know what I was doing today? I tried. There were a bunch of times where I was like, I'm just gonna say what I'm doing, but I'm like, nope. I was pretending to talk to somebody, and I didn't use my notes at all. Dalton told me to do that, and I mentioned it yesterday. What I was doing is I was pretending I was on the date with the person. And just being like, oh, what are you doing today? Or something. And then I'd be like, oh, let's talk about me. I guess it's never that easy. If I can do that on the date, I think I would be happy. So we'll see. The hard part, it does get where it's like starts to become improv, where they're like, they mention something. This is something I really want to do. I have to be very intentional about this. Okay, that's it for today. When they mention something that like I'm interested in or that I think is funny, I want to react to it. It sounds dumb, but like I don't react to stuff. So if she says something interesting, I want to be like, oh yeah, I saw that TV show and I like it. I want to be like, usually what happens is they'll talk and then they'll mention a TV show and then they'll be like, they'll keep talking and then they'll be like, have you seen that show? And I'll be like, oh yeah, I've seen it. I don't want to do that. I have to like be intentional about like I don't want to interrupt them obviously, but the second they mention it, they're like, hey, I've been watching this show, Walking Dead. I'd be like, oh yeah, I watched The Walking Dead. I have to do that. Even though in part of my brain's like, well, like I like The Walking Dead. I like watching The Walking Dead. But like sometimes I don't like it. So like, should I mention that I like it? Because I don't know if I really like it that much. That's the kind of stuff that goes through my head. But you can say that stuff later. So just say, So she's like, "Oh yeah, I've been watching The Walking Dead, and I like it." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I like The Walking Dead too." I know like some seasons aren't the best, but like I've been rewatching it and it's been fun. I've been enjoying it. What do you like? Where are you in the show? Are you rewatching it? I gotta do that. I don't do that. So just like help me, Jesus, with that. It's so important. I really need to do that. Yeah. So whatever. Talk about it more tomorrow. See ya.